What is going on, you guys? Bashing YGO here, and today we're going to be looking at a brand new support card, actually two brand new support cards coming out for the For Hire strategy. Now, For Hire is a deck that came out a few years back. It actually had a decent amount of, I don't want to say success, but it had a good amount of hype surrounding it, as it was a relatively interesting concept, constantly being able to special summon monsters from your hand. At least at the time that the deck initially came out, it was a pretty cool strategy to go ahead and mess around with. Also, with all the cards being different types, it makes a lot of sense to incorporate with different strategies. But I digress. So without further ado, guys, go ahead and check out some of the new support cards we got. So we got first Tsumini Rex Cargo of the Skyfang Brigade. I kind of wanted to say Tri Brigade there, but let's see. So it's a level 2, 300 attack, 200 defense dinosaur monster. Okay, level 2, so it's not going to be the easiest thing to get out with at least turn 1 with miscellaneous, but you're not really going to mix this with dinos regardless. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. Okay, so they're each going to be used once per turn. It's perfectly fine as long as you can use both effects. So if this card is normal special summon, you can add a spell or trap for hire from your deck to your hand. It's kind of weird the way it's written, but okay, so that's not bad. I can search the for hire spells trap, so I did see that it was for hire support. I actually went ahead and pulled up all the other for hire support that had been released so far. There we go. So here are all the spells and traps that we have. We have a total of 4 spells and traps combined. That we have 3 spells for the archetype and 1 trap. At least I have the name For Hire in the name. First, we got Rookie For Hire. I'm just pointing this out as these are going to be your targets you're going to be searching. We got Rookie For Hire. Tribute 1 monster, that's the cost. Special summon 1 monster for hire from your hand or deck whose level is 1 higher or 1 lower than tributed monster you had on the field. You cannot declare attacks turn to activate this turn except for hire monsters. That effect's actually really good. So it allows you to either go ahead and get out your cat or beat the Blazeman for hire, or you can go ahead and go for your marksman or scout for hire very easily using this one specific card you are attributing. Of course, it is immediately going to get ashed, and your turn is going to pretty much just end right there, because if you normal summon this and you activate this, then you pretty much the deck falls short because it is heavily reliant on its normal summon, or at least to have a monster on board. It doesn't really do too much towards special summoning from the deck, so being able to search out one card that does leave special summon from a deck is actually very nice to have. But okay, it's really the only card that I could really see as a feasible answer, because then you have Mayhem for Hire, which target 1 for hire monster in your graveyard, special summon in defense position. If you're going to be starting off with Rex Cargo for Hire, you're not going to really have any other monster in the graveyard. I could see this as a potential like second summon, because if it's normal or special summon, so that's not bad. But overall, I mean, you can get the field spell, but the field spell is subpar at best, in my personal opinion. You pretty much just don't draw, or instead of your draw phase, you get to add a for hire monster, which is cool, you know, but it's just missing something there. And then the trap card. If a face-up for a higher monster you control is destroyed by battle or opponent's card effect, you can target one of those monsters, special summon 1 for a higher monster from your deck who's, you know, special summon from your deck, which is, again, nice. I just wish the trap did something else, like maybe your opponent takes damage equal to the attacking monster's attack if it's destroyed by battle, or if it's destroyed by card effect, destroy a card your opponent controls as well. Is something a little bit more interactive. If it did a little bit more, maybe it might be worth playing, but so far the first effect, So we're gonna go ahead and see what the second effect is. Again, this is just my personal opinion, just based on, you know, what we got going on for ourselves. So the second effect of this card reads: during the main phase, if you control a monster for hire, quick effect, you can banish this card from the graveyard, then target 1 for hire in your graveyard, add it to your hand, or if it's a monster, you can special summon it instead. That's not bad. You can also special summon a copy of itself. It's not that you cannot target a Rex, so you can special summon Rex and a second Rex from your graveyard, and then go off from there, search another spell. So overall, this is not a bad card in itself. It's actually a very good card. It's just that the cards that it searches are really subpar. Overall, I very much like the special summon from the graveyard effect. I think it's actually fantastic. It's a quick effect also, so you can go ahead and chain it to cards like a DD Crow, or you know, cards like anything that would banish in the graveyard. Shark Cannon. You can actually go ahead and chain it to this before they're able to do that. So if you have any effects to activate in the graveyard, and then, you know, it gets DD Crow, whatever it might be, you can actually special summon it back, so you still have some effects to go off, depending on the chain links, of course. But overall, very, very good support card. It's just unfortunate that the cards that it searches out are extremely subpar, again, in my opinion. Next, we have the Donna Dagger of Skyfang Brigade. Again, I keep really want to say Tri-Brigade, but it's not Tri-Brigade, even though it is a Beast Warrior. So, Earth Beast Warrior Link Effect monster, so you actually could summon this with Tri-Brigade, I believe. Anyway, 1600 attack, Link 2 monster, Beast, or BB, oh, bottom, right, that makes sense. So 2 monster, different types, as I believe the other Link is, different types. Okay, so you can only use the one of the first and second effect of this card's name one per turn. So you can only use one effect. It's kind of limiting, but okay, let's see what the effects are. So you can target one monster for higher you control, and one monster your opponent controls, destroy them. Okay. That's underwhelming. Okay, so you can try one for a higher monster you control and one monster your opponent controls, destroy them. Okay, not bad. Actually, okay, so here's how I'm seeing this. You target itself, pop a card your opponent controls, then you can activate the Rex's effect if it's in the graveyard during the main phase to target for a higher monster. Banish this card from your graveyard, target one for a higher monster, add it to your hand. If it's a monster, you can special summon it instead. To special summon it back, which is not bad, but then it's, I believe it's harder once per turn on the name, so it kind of unfortunate as far as that goes. But after popping your opponent's card, you can actually banish the first one to get it back, and which you can use to then link climb potentially into something a little better. So not bad. Okay, there's a little bit of synergy potentially, but I'm saying this first card is actually really good. Second one so far kind of limiting, but let's see what the second effect is. So you contribute one monster, special summon one for higher monster with a different original name from your hand or graveyard. If you tribute a link monster, you can special summon a second such monster. Again, it's not saying you have to tribute something other than itself, so you can tribute itself, I believe, tribute one monster, so tribute itself, special summon one for higher monster with different, but if you tribute a link monster, you can special summon a second such monster. So you can tribute itself to special summon 2 for higher from your graveyard, but you would need 2 for higher in order to summon this card, not necessarily for higher, but monster with different types. So it's just a little bit confused. So the way I'm seeing this is a good mid-range card. So potentially if you have like a for hire on board and a hand trap in your hand, let's say you have the Dinosaur guy, right, the Rex, and you have like an Ash Blossom in your hand. Because they're different types, you can go ahead and normal summon your Ash Blossom and make it, I'm assuming, right, they're different types, yes, and then you tribute itself to special summon 2 actual for hires from your graveyard to unclog your hand. So overall, okay, so I see the synergy. Is it essential to the strategy? I do not think so. I think it helps unclog your hand in very niche scenarios. Although I'm like I said, I'm not too familiar with how the deck's gonna essentially work when it comes to or how do I put this in a way that I'm comfortable with. I don't believe that I'm comfortable enough with this Skyfang with this for hire archetype enough to make a bold claim that this card's great, this card's booty cheeks. But I can honestly say, just reading by after its effects, it seems like a very good niche scenario card that you may come up, so you may want to play just one in your extra deck if you are playing for hires. However, this first one, like I said, the Rex Cargo Skyfang Brigade, I think is really good. Unfortunately, again, that the card searches are subpar, but what are you gonna do? If we're getting for hire support now, it means we might get for hire more for hire support in the near future. So we'll see how that goes as far as that is concerned. And let's pretend you won't use these for splites. Like I said, they seem very for hire specific, so I'm not really sure how you're going to be using this with splites. But if someone knows, go ahead and let me know in the comment section down below. And if you do enjoy these videos where I analyze, give my thoughts on new cards coming out, go ahead and let me know again in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you guys did enjoy. Kind of got tongue twisted there. And subscribe for more, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.